Whoop.
Ooh, woo. Welcome to the podcast.
Yup.
I'm guessing you hit record.
I sure did.
Very nice. Ooh, woo, ooh, woo. Here we go. What's up, Brian?
What's up?
What is this?
What?
What is this?
Your timer? Like, wait, I can't see behind my laptop. What is it?
I just happened to be messing with something.
Uh-huh.
What I said had nothing to do with this at all. I was motioning for you to start the podcast. Hi, welcome to the Brothers Game Podcast with me, your expert host, Nicolai.
And me, Brian, who's confused.
That's good. So what is this? Tell me. It's a podcast, silly.
What have I got in my pocket?
Yeah, what does it's got in its pockets is... What's up?
So, I've had an oddly busy week, or rather, oddly eventful
Really?
week, at least in terms of game-related
You playing
things.
games, bro?
I sure
You playing
am.
games?
And you'll never guess what game I'm
I've
playing.
played a few games. Pokemon? Oh, weird.
Yeah.
I've only played a little Pokemon.
So I listened back to the one we just recorded and forgot that that I was still in the middle of my Paper Mario playthrough.
Yeah, you told me
I've
that.
done a lot since then, so I was like, okay, all right. First,
You just forgot.
I should cover that first.
So you did
before
finish?
I move on. Yes, I did finish.
Okay. And this was a 3BP run.
This was a
correct?
3BP
badge
run.
points.
Yeah,
No badge points, basically.
the entire run I kept power jump, close call, quake hammer.
You just like...
I
that
never
was
changed them to anything else.
That's the build.
Yep.
Got it.
I did.
So no crazy strats going on, really.
No, nothing out of the ordinary. I don't think I did hit max level, but I got very close.
Okay. Did you learn what max level is, at least?
I think it's 30, but I don't remember exactly. I think I'm level 28 and that the max level is 30.
Gotcha. Yeah, I really don't remember.
Yeah, it was not too difficult.
Not particularly eventful near the end.
Yeah. I just remembered that I haven't really been through Bowser's Castle that many times.
Yeah, it's one of those games you start a lot and maybe get halfway through.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so, yeah, I still remembered how to do everything, obviously.
Yeah. There's a few weird bits with the lava flow and everything.
Yeah.
That are kind of annoying, but
And I was still bad at dodging enemies, so I would just wound up fighting a lot of enemies that I didn't really need to fight. But
Koopa soldiers and stuff.
I was fighting Bowser, and I didn't have the Peekaboo badge. I was missing the Peekaboo badge much. I like knowing how much health the enemies have.
I mean, you could just tattle them, waste a
Yeah,
turn.
but then I'd have to tattle like. And the thing is like you have to tattle every variation of an enemy too.
Yeah,
like if there's a Para Goomba and you hit it and it becomes a regular Goomba, that takes 2 different tattles to give you the health purple.
Yep, very true. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be fun to do a tattle run where you have to tattle every single enemy.
Oh yeah, just like catalog all
that'd
the
be interesting.
enemies.
Yeah,
Add them to your Pokedex.
yeah, it's basically the Pokedex run.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never done that. I don't think so.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, because as soon as I found the Peekaboo badge, I'm like, oh, well.
I kind of want to think of other challenge runs because those have been the videos I've been watching a lot lately.
Yeah.
So
I think so having done it, my overall thoughts are I really miss badges. I really like badges. I think they make the game a lot more interesting.
I mean, it's part of what makes the game interesting. So yeah, that totally makes sense.
Now, I'd be really fascinated to do a 5 FP run.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a great, I've mentioned a lot probably, but there's a great run of a level 1 playthrough.
Right.
With a hacked game where you don't level up. And that's very fascinating.
Yeah.
Because it is possible to beat the game
Yeah.
that way. Yeah. Very interesting.
So yeah, that's about all I've got to say about it, really.
Still good though.
Yeah.
Still good game.
Still my favorite game.
Yep. Still
Now,
rules.
I found.
Uh-oh.
So I've been waiting for the current generation consoles for them to come down in price because they're still at scalper prices.
Right. Yeah. PS5 especially.
Even as video cards are actually getting somewhat affordable now.
Yeah, they're going down a little bit.
They've gone down quite a bit. And
Thank goodness, because I'm thinking about getting one soon.
yeah. But yeah, the Xbox and PS5 still ridiculously expensive. But on I signed up for a waiting list for a PS5.
Okay.
Just for the chance to buy it at retail.
Yeah.
But then I'm on Amazon and I find the Xbox Series S is for sale for like $270.
Yeah, weird.
Like, what?
It's like, what? I'm sorry.
So I guess the scalpers don't care about the Series S. I don't know.
I guess.
Anyway,
I don't know.
I was like, okay, so for my Xbox One, I owned a total of 4 games. 3 of them were downloaded directly onto the Xbox. I didn't own a physical copy, and then I had 1 physical copy of the 4th game.
Yeah.
And one of those 3 was just a free-to-play game, PSO2.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And then Master Chief Collection and Halo 5. All of those games work on the Series S just fine. So I'm like, okay, so even though it's an online-only console, there's no CD drive. I can't use physical games. So
you got the digital-only one, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Because that's why it was so cheap. It was the digital-only one.
Yeah, I guess
It's the Series S versus the Series X, which is the one with the disc. But so there was not really any reason not to get it because
I mean, yeah,
I only had 1 physical game
sitting around.
So I bought it.
Yeah,
and it showed up.
Yeah, you did.
It's
real.
The process to transfer all my stuff was super easy.
Yeah.
Which was so nice.
People do praise Microsoft for that.
I'm so used to things just being such a pain. So yeah, this was a pleasant surprise.
That's nice.
And so yeah, I've got all my games transferred on it, and even so, I had Master Chief Collection on a USB connected SSD.
Oh yeah,
external SSD, and I just unplugged it from the Xbox One, plugged it into the Series S. And it just was like, oh, hey, here's a. I didn't have to reformat it or anything.
They're just like,
it was great.
We see it. Yeah, that's nice.
And I've got Halo Infinite installed. Just the multiplayer.
Sick.
Because the multiplayer is free.
Yeah.
Only the campaign costs anything. So
Sweet.
I played it for about 10 minutes. I made a single player custom game, and I was just like seeing how it felt around and stuff. It feels like they combined Halo with like Overwatch or something.
Okay, yeah.
I've never played Overwatch, but I've seen a lot of gameplay
but it looks
footage
like
of it.
Yeah.
And the look and feel reminds me a bit of Overwatch.
Interesting. Okay.
As if they had blended the two together somehow.
Yeah, I haven't played it, so I can't say really. But
so not necessarily excited about that, but I am interested to actually play.
Yeah, really getting into it. It could be different.
So because of that, I no longer had a need for an Xbox One.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I took it and all but one of the controllers I had for it, because the controllers work with the Series S seamlessly. So I kept one of them.
Nice.
So now I still have 2 controllers that work for it.
Yeah.
So I took the console.
You took it to retro.
2 controllers and the one physical game I had, BioShock the Collection.
Nice.
I took all that to Retro Game Trader. And
the best local retro game shop ever. It's awesome. If you're in the Oregon-ish area, go look at it.
I traded it all in for store credit because I knew I was going to use it there.
Oh yeah.
And
so what did you get?
So before I say what I bought,
you nasty boy.
Here's the other thing is when you were first looking for a Game Boy Micro, they didn't have any.
Yeah.
And then they got 2 in at the Beaverton location, and that's where I went to get one for you. Then I go to the Hillsborough location. I see 3 of them.
They have 3 now,
like, wow, okay.
But they're all the black ones.
Yeah.
And I got the red one, which is way cooler. So, just saying.
So
and $100 more.
I've been watching a few Pokemon YouTube videos by various Pokemon YouTubers. One of them, on Small Ant's channel, I haven't actually watched any of his videos, but I've seen a lot of his thumbnails, and he's had a couple where he mentions the world champion. Well, world champion has his own YouTube channel, Wolfie GSC. And I've watched several of his videos because he's been doing breakdowns of different types and how he would rank them.
Oh,
and he even did one where he ranked every single type, including combinations that have not yet been used in the game
Okay.
and how they would fare. And then I found this other YouTuber who has been doing living decks challenges, and he actually created a website where you can track.
Oh, I know this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That website's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a really good website. Database for where to find Pokemon.
And so that inspired me because I have never
Nerd.
done a living dex.
Oh, you're going to do a living deck.
So,
And it's going to be Gen 1.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've also technically never gotten all 151 legitimately without cheats.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did.
Well, you can't get me without a cheat, but
right.
whatever.
But I mean, you can get him with a glitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And since that's
close.
the only way to get him, I'm not sure that
Yeah.
counts.
That's good enough.
I did get all 125 that you can get in a single playthrough. But even then, that wasn't a living dex, and it obviously wasn't the full thing. So I used my store credit to buy a copy of Pokemon Red.
Nice. Sweet.
And so
Only like $80, right?
Yeah.
They're not that bad.
yeah, the guy pulls it out of the case. I put it in my hand, and this wave of nostalgia washes over me because
feel it.
I had not held in my hand a copy of Pokemon Red in over 20 years,
Yeah.
and it was my first
Because you have
Pokemon
blue,
game.
actually.
Yeah,
You don't even have
I have
you-
a physical copy of blue right now.
I actually
but
have a physical red cartridge, but I don't have a physical blue. So,
But yeah.
well, I have a Japanese blue. but
And
whatever.
then I got another game pack, so I now have 2 game packs.
Oh, cool.
Actually, I got one, and then it didn't
they're not
work, so I
expensive.
took it back, and I got another one that does work.
Nice.
They're a little finicky.
Yeah, they are. They
It took
are.
several minutes to get them to work right, and so as soon as I got them working right, I just put the controllers. The
Gingerly.
controllers will stay where they are for as long as this takes
Yeah,
because they're
yeah.
currently working, so I will not touch them. They will not
There
be
you go.
moved.
So you're going to use Pokemon Stadium probably. To
Yes, I
trade.
am using Pokemon Stadium.
Okay.
So Pokemon Stadium makes this whole process way easier
Yeah,
because
yeah.
when you have
Now
a
you
game-
could. I'm just saying you could buy a Game Boy Color, a link cable, and we could just play legitimately.
we could,
because I do have a Game Boy Color.
yeah, we're not going to, but we could.
Okay. Just saying.
But if I do it this way, that means I caught every Pokemon,
no,
and I
that's
like
true.
that.
That's true.
Or I caught or was given by the game every Pokemon.
Right. Not the other 2 starters, but
Yeah, because you need 9 starters to do a living dex.
yeah, you do.
So I had to start and stop Pokemon Red 8 times to get all the other
Oh, but you've
starters.
done that all already?
Yep. I've actually gotten every Pokemon that I need from Red already.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So the Growlithe and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I just caught a Scyther.
Nice.
For Safari Zone, I have a formula. I read it somewhere online.
Safari Zone's the worst.
Someone posted this online, and they had a whole bunch of reasons for it, and I forget what any of those reasons are, but this has worked very well for me, and that is you
Like
throw
a perfect strategy.
you throw 1 bait, and then you spam Safari Balls.
Okay.
It isn't 100% guaranteed, but it's
Right.
by far the best
But
method
Safari
I have found.
balls are so terrible that
Yeah, I mean, I think they're actually equivalent to Ultra Balls.
Well, yeah,
but yeah,
without damage or status,
Right,
it's
exactly.
terrible.
Yeah.
If you could only put them to sleep, it'd be a breeze. But yeah,
because
I also saw that
with
video.
super rare Pokemon like Scyther and Chansey and stuff, you throw a rock, they will run away.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, so rocks are pointless.
Yeah, get them to stay and then just.
And if
catch
they're the
them.
easy to catch ones, just spam Safari Balls. Who cares?
Yep, yeah, don't use anything.
But yeah, with
Definitely.
these super rare ones, you throw a
Definitely.
bait, and that gives you a chance to actually throw a few Pokeball through a few Safari Balls.
Gotcha.
And my encounter rate luck was pretty good. So you get 500 steps.
Okay.
And so I used up all my 500 steps 5 times total to get this Scyther. And out of those 5 times, those 500 steps each, so 2,500 steps total, I found 6 Scythers.
Dang.
So
that's
that is
real good.
very good odds. There's only a 4% encounter rate, and I found
good.
6 Scythers in 5 attempts. That's pretty good.
Definitely.
I found at least one every time.
But it took that many tries to get one?
Yeah.
To actually catch one?
So the first time I tried the bait and Safari Ball, that didn't work. Next time I tried just Safari Ball, that didn't work. Then I tried a rock, fled immediately. Then I tried just Safari Balls again. That didn't work either. Tried the bait and Safari Ball on the 6th try. Got it.
Yep. That's the way to go, I think. Yeah,
Yep.
I guess. Interesting.
And yeah, so I've got in my box storage, I have 8 starters and 2 Kabutos, an Ammonite, and like Growlithe, Ekans.
I wonder what's the most annoying thing that you just because you have to get more than one of them. Because like Ammonite and Kabuto aren't too bad because Mount Moon's pretty early on.
Yeah, well, so the thing though is you've got to. Oh, you just made me realize I didn't have. Oh no, you can't trade items between
Right.
games.
Oh,
so
right.
I had to get all the way to
So
Cinnabar.
you have to play through.
I had to get all the way to
That's
Cinnabar.
true. That is so. It is annoying.
Yeah. So I did have to do that 3 times.
Yeah.
Get to Cinnabar
Gosh,
3 times.
that's a pain.
But so that reminded me to start playing the way I did as a kid.
Got a speed run. I mean, just
And-
starter only, right?
Dude, the number of
Or just
trainers you can
Nidoking it.
actually skip
Yeah. Oh,
is
yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Because
For sure.
you don't need to be like level 50 to beat to get to Cinnabar.
No.
Not even close.
Elite Four, sure, but
Yeah.
yeah. Before
so-
that, yeah. For level 40, you'll be fine.
So like the first playthrough of Red where I got all the way to Cinnabar took a little while. The third one
you just blew through it like you owned the place. Yeah.
So I'm playing with the Dodrio Game Boy.
Oh, that helps a lot, too.
In Pokemon Stadium, which is 3 times speed.
Yeah,
Or
that
I'm
helps a
not
lot.
sure it's exactly 3 times speed, but it's
3
definitely-
dots.
Yeah.
So it feels like 3
So
times.
the in-game hours were about 5 hours, but I'm playing
But
at
for
Dodrio
you,
Game Boy.
yeah, for you,
So
it was
actually, it was quite a bit
Just
less
an
in
hour,
real time.
maybe an hour or two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you do the Nidoking at all, or just
No,
went starter?
so my speedrun strat is Squirtle and Pikachu.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Although Pikachu can take a bit to catch sometimes.
which he did on the first attempt of Red. Oh my goodness, that was like 20 minutes.
Sometimes
I think it took
it's the third Pokemon you
it
see.
took longer to get Pikachu that time than to get Scyther.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes Pikachu's a jerk.
Yeah. And then like I think on the second attempt, I found Pikachu like in 2 minutes.
And then sometimes it's what is it, like a 10? It's a more than 10% chance, isn't it? Or is it really low?
I don't know. It might only be like 5%. It's pretty low.
I feel like it's decent, but I don't know.
I think it's pretty low.
Yeah.
Although I think Metapod is rarer in Red.
In Red,
or
isn't
Kakuna
isn't
in Blue.
it 5%?
Yeah, it's
I
like
think?
4 or 5% or
think
something.
it's
It's
5.
pretty low.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's bad when in Red I find 3 Metapods before I find a Pikachu. Like, come on.
It's always when there's multiple this happened to me, which I'll touch on briefly. I think when a Pokemon's rarer, lower encounter rate, but you see it a million times and not the one you're looking for. Gosh, that's messed up.
So,
I'll get back to that because that happened to me.
Yeah. So I in Blue, I was not very far. I had like barely just started the playthrough because I'm doing all the work in Red at first.
Yes.
I decided to just get everything I needed from Red right off the bat and then play through Blue. And so in Blue, I kept running out of money to buy Pokeballs to catch like Pidgeys and Rattatas to trade for the stuff from Red. And so
That's so annoying.
I haven't caught hardly anything in Blue, and I'm almost to the Elite Four.
Interesting.
Because I was like, okay, I'm just going to get all the money I need to buy all the Great Balls
Right,
and
because you
Pokeballs
still
I
gotta
need.
just fight a lot of trainers and stuff. I guess.
And then because I've now got Fly and Surf and everything, so that's going to be so now I'll be able to just go through the world and just catch everything really quick
Yeah.
that way.
That's funny. I have that issue when I play randomizers.
Oh yeah,
Because I play one casually on my phone. I just have it on an emulator on my phone. And I run out of money for Pokeballs a lot because I want to catch all these Pokemon. And some of them are really hard to catch because they're, very cool Pokemon. So, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how that's going. So I just beat Blaine, I think. So I'm probably just gonna go beat the Elite Four.
He's the fire gym leader.
Yes. I'm gonna.
Brad, Pokemon knowledge.
Yeah.
Big brain.
I'm gonna
Big brain Pokemon
just
guy.
beat the Elite Four and then just go through and just catch everything.
Brian, you have to fight Giovanni first before the Elite Four. He's the 8th gym leader.
Yes.
Brad, Pokemon knowledge. Big brain
Just stop.
Pokemon guy over here.
You know who was one of the most annoying to catch? Electabuzz.
Okay, interesting.
He took
was just
forever to
tough.
find.
They're in the power plant, right?
Yep.
Yeah, probably
Was
low.
not hard
probably
to
low
catch once I
percent.
found him,
Yeah.
but very hard to find.
So, what is your catching strategy, Ben? Are you doing the perfect like Parasect Spore Ultra Ball
That's
thing,
what I
or-
will do. But in red, no. I just, in fact, I used. I think I just paralyzed him and then just threw a couple of
I mean,
ultra
paralyzed
balls.
is pretty good.
No,
Not as good as sleep, but pretty good.
right. It's not. Sleep is crazy good. It's
Sleep
like a
and
flat
freezing.
20% or
Yeah,
something.
it's like 22%. I
It's
think.
ridiculous.
Freeze too, but that's
Yeah.
way rarer. Way harder.
And,
to
well, and like you have to use a damaging move to
Yeah,
apply it.
exactly.
So it's
Very dangerous.
really risky. But
get. Yeah, dude. If you can just Spore and then
yeah.
Ultra Balls, you're good.
that's definitely the way to
Yeah.
go. But yeah, because the 20%, it's flat. It's regardless of their
legendaries.
catch rate. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's actually better to use against like legendaries than
Yeah.
against like regular Pokemon, even because of the percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And actually,
Although earlier game Great Balls are plenty good.
yeah, and then in some cases, Great Balls are better than Ultra Balls. It really depends.
Yeah. It's dependent on
Part of it is catch rate.
catch rate, right? Yeah. So like legendaries, Great Balls aren't good.
Right.
But pretty much everything else they are.
Yeah. So yeah, for the majority of Pokemon, Great Balls are like the best. And I think with Pokeballs and Ultra Balls, it's
1/3 health.
yeah, every third like increases.
Yeah.
But like
I think it's just
so,
half with the Great Ball though.
yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
there's no reason to get a Pokemon below half health with a Great Ball.
Yeah, interesting. Very odd. Very odd.
Yeah. Gen 1 catching mechanics are weird.
Yeah. Gen 2 are worse.
Yeah, well, and Gen 2 introduced all these special balls, and
don't
half of
work.
them don't work. Half of them do.
Yeah.
And then half
Yeah.
of them, and then like a third of them work, but not as intended.
Yeah, just in a different way. That's
They do
wild.
something different. It's just not what the developers intended.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, so I'm doing just Blastoise and Raichu, and they are
Yeah.
both like almost level 60 now that I've beaten Plane.
Heck yeah. Yeah, you'll probably sweep the Elite Four.
Yeah, that's why that's my speed run strat is just those two, because
It works.
a team of two taking up all the EXP is like they level so quickly.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, you have an HM slave as well.
Yeah. So I have an HM slave, and then I also have a bird to fly with,
Oh yeah.
because playing the game without fly
I got a
is
bird.
annoying.
Oh yeah, I got a bird.
Yeah, it's either a Furo or a Dodrio or something.
I don't have a bird in Emerald because I don't like Talo very much, or Swellow. So that's kind of annoying. I'll have Fly soon.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what I do with that.
Yeah, what's like the bird you find right away in Gen 3?
Talo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like a little blue swallow
Oh okay.
with like a little red thing. And it's a very forgettable Pokemon.
yeah.
It's one of the worst birds in my opinion, and I'm a bird fan. So.
I think my favorite is Talonflame's group.
Oh
Or
yeah,
maybe not my
Yeah,
all-time
they're
favorite, but
cool.
it's up there.
they're really cool. Yeah, my favorite's Pidove and
Yeah.
Unpheasant. Unpheasant's just cool. The male with the cool
Yeah.
his plumage, and Pidove is just too cute. Yeah, I like pigeons. So
I've never been a big pigeon
yeah,
guy. So
they're cool. I like all birds,
Yeah.
even the rodent types. Yeah. Yeah. I'll mention my Emerald thing because you mentioned trying to get a Pikachu. I was in a hunt for an Absol
Oh yeah.
So they can only be found on Route 120 in Emerald. And me wanting to min-max as much as possible, I wanted one with a nature that was plus special attack. Because first of all, dark is special
Right.
in before Gen 4, and Absol can learn a lot of really good special moves.
Yeah.
Like it can learn ice moves, fire moves, electric moves. Like it could know Blizzard, Fire Blast, and Thunder if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, which I really like in a Pokemon. I think that's really cool when they can
Yeah.
learn a bunch of types like that.
Just like when I was a kid and I had my team of 5 Mewtwo's that had Psychic, Fire Blast, Thunderbolt, and Blizzard.
Yep, that's the one.
Yeah.
Exactly. And in preparation for this, I got the Ice Beam TM to teach to it. And that was an ordeal. Because where do you get that? The game corner.
Yep.
And I had enough money at that point in the game for about half of the coins I needed to get Ice Beam. Ice Beam was like 7,000 coins or something. Quite a lot. Luckily, I had just beaten the 5th gym. And after you beat him, which is your dad, you know?
Right.
If you go back home...
Oh, yeah. No, you talked about this in the last episode.
Oh, did I tell you already? Oh, dang it. Okay. But I'll just talk about the hunt then for Absol.
No.
I after the amulet coin and everything. Apparently, I told that story already. Yikes! So Absol is an 8% chance,
Yeah.
and I was dumb, and I'm like, but it needs to have a good nature. So after catching like 8 Absols and them not having good natures, I did finally get one with I forget what the nature is called now, but it's plus special attack. I think it's lowers physical attack, which
Okay.
isn't great.
Yeah.
But almost every move I'm going to use with Absol is going to be special, so it didn't really matter to me. So in that same patch of grass, you can get a C-Dot. They are 1%.
Oh,
They are
wow.
extremely rare in that area. And I'm like, why? Whatever. I don't.
Who cares?
I would
right?
never use a Nuzleaf, but okay. Or Shift Tree. He's kind of cool, but it's funny. That's just one of those Pokemon I would never use
No.
ever. Like I don't know why. It's just doesn't resonate with me. I guess. I swear I found 10 times as many C-Dots as Absols. I was like, one time I got like one Absol right after the other, but man, in general, not very good luck catching them.
No.
So I actually caught a Oddish just to have sleep powder, so I could catch them more easily too, because they have a decently high catch rate. I feel like a lot of non-evolution Pokemon do are kind of hard to catch. So yeah, that was helpful. Actually, I might evolve that Gloom into a Blossom just because I've never used a Blossom, I don't think. So I don't know. I might. Anyway, that's how my Emerald's going. I got to get back into that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, what else have you been doing?
So,
My eyes are itchy.
yeah, it's late for me.
I'm just itchy.
It was another late night.
Another late
recording
night
we're doing
podcast here, and we're only halfway through. Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I can keep talking if you want.
Yeah. Oh, so that Wolfie guy, he
That Wolfie man.
yeah, the world champion.
Yeah.
Of Pokemon.
Professor Lupin.
He
He's Wolfie.
he did a video on what if Pokemon had 3 types, could have 3 types.
Oh, yeah.
And like some of the pros and cons of that. It's very interesting because you can potentially have a 6 times weakness
Oh yeah, that's true.
because you can have all 3 types be weak to the same type, possibly.
Interesting.
You also could have 3 different moves with stab bonus on one
Yeah.
Pokemon
Also true.
with against
That's like too strong.
yeah. Yeah, he said he concluded it would ultimately be way too unbalanced.
Yeah, I think so.
But yeah.
Because it's more chances for things to be underpowered or overpowered, for sure.
He also talked about like how he would fix the two weakest types, which he does,
Which are
ice and bug.
yeah.
Ice is
That's
very
such a
strong
shame.
offensively, but incredibly weak
I
defensively.
like ice so much, though.
And then bug is just bad all around.
Yeah.
But like, it's funny. Bug is still the worst. Like was the worst in Gen 1, and it's still the worst.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think they say the plus to a bug type is that they evolve fast early.
Yeah.
And then you look at one of the best bug types in the entire game, or in any game, which is Volcarona, who's the fire bug, and is very strong, great Pokemon, evolves at like level 50 something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, kind of defeats the purpose of the bug thing, doesn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Or the other really cool bug type, Scizor, which you have to trade with a special item to evolve.
Yeah.
It's just like, God, just give me the Pokemon, please. Yeah. Thankfully, they fixed that in later gens, basically. I love that in Legends, man. You can just give them a link cable or the metal code or whatever, and they just evolve.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the Pokemon I want, please. Yeah. Very curious to see what changes in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
I kind of like. Do you like the gimmicky evolutions, like Alcremie and stuff?
Oh, Alcremie? Yeah.
Like you have to spin and dance to evolve it and stuff.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's cute.
That's fine.
I'm fine with it. Legends had some annoying ones.
Yeah.
Like the new Quillfish form, Hisuian Quillfish, where you have to like use this move like 50 times for it to evolve.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. Basque Legion is annoying to evolve also. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I finally did watch the trailers for Scarlet and Violet.
I don't know if we've mentioned that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually why I was listening to the last episode, is so I could see if I had talked about that.
Good. Well, let's talk about it. Yeah.
But yeah, so I hadn't watched it yet. So it looks cool. I really want to play it.
Very interesting. Yeah. Obviously, fully open world.
Yep.
Very cool.
I love all the character designs.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
I think
designs.
they nailed it with the character designs.
Rival looks cool.
Yeah.
Love her little like her arm thing.
Yeah. Like 12-year-old me would have had a huge crush on her.
Right, classic. Yeah. She's the new Marnie, obviously.
And
I think it's cool that there's two different professors.
Yeah, that is interesting. And then there's the whole like old world and new world
like
thing,
past
which
future
I don't know exactly
on.
how that's going to fit in, but that's very interesting.
Yeah, I say if they're going to keep doing two different versions, they should be different.
Yeah.
Like different enough for them to be interesting.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
And I think I already mentioned, but I want the grass kitty. I want to start with Sprigatito.
Yeah, you're a Sprigatito fan. I don't typically go with the fire starters, but Fuecoco is just, he resonates with me. He's adorable.
And then so there's so much fan art.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy
on Twitter.
Yeah. Pokemon art has really exploded though.
Yeah.
So.
And so there's tons of fan art of Smoliv. And I love it.
Smoliv, yeah. That's a great name for a Pokemon. Obviously, Lechonk is
Lechonk.
I can't believe that's a real name of a real Pokemon. They went and let the Gen Zers name Pokemon apparently.
Evolves into Pig Chungus. No.
Yeah, Pig Chungus, obviously. That's too good.
No.
You know they won't do it.
Yeah, no, they won't go that far, I don't think. But
that's really good. And the third evolution will be Morbius related, I'm sure.
The third evolution is, oh Lord, he coming.
Yeah. Oh Lord, he Morbin. It's Morbin time.
No.
There's a new petition, and the name of the petition is Sony, please release Morbius a third time. We were all busy that weekend.
Yeah.
We'll watch it, I swear.
Because people just want to watch a tank a third time.
We'll watch it, I swear. Just do it. That's really funny.
Oh, I'm sure you've seen the...
guess what? I haven't seen it.
The AI makes pictures of
that's going around everywhere.
Yeah.
You can just... I mean, that's funny. That's a great concept. And some of them are... And they're all terrifying looking.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always the most cursed stuff.
It just is a cursed image generator. It's amazing. I really like when they add trail footage
Yeah.
to it.
Uh-huh.
Because
And it works. Like it
works
looks
really
like it.
well. Yeah. There's a lot of spaghetti. Have you noticed that?
Oh no, I haven't seen that.
Like there's just a lot of something spaghetti.
So someone did like play school guillotine.
What? That's awesome.
It looked like like if play school had made a guillotine toy.
That's such a good idea.
It worked really well.
Oh man, people are funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I love that. I love it. I like can't see right now. I think that I was doing yard work earlier. I feel like it just got to my eyes.
Oh yeah.
Even though it's been 4 hours. Like allergy reaction or whatever.
Yeah, I had a bit of that earlier today.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I was kicking up dust and stuff, so.
Yeah, I was not, but I had that anyway.
No, you're always kicking up dust.
Yeah.
You see some dust, you go kicking.
Yeah, I'm always like, eat my dust when I'm driving on the road.
That's right. That's right.
Cruising at 45 miles an hour.
Cruising. Totally unrelated, but my wife and I, we have one episode of Buffy left.
Oh.
We're about to watch. We watched the pre-finale, semi-finale
No.
today, so that's cool.
We've still been watching Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan was good, man.
Yeah.
Episode 4 was cool.
Getting to see Darth Vader be scary is great. I love that.
Yep. Yeah, we won't go into too specific spoilers, but yeah, man, if you like Star Wars, you better watch it. What's wrong with you? Like,
and like I've heard mixed reviews, but like I've really enjoyed it. So
I felt like it was boring a little bit at some points, and then I'm like, but does it have to be not boring? I don't know if it's supposed to be super exciting all the time. That's not the vibe it's going for. So
yeah, I don't know. I can watch some stuff that's a little boring.
Yeah, it's like
I have a threshold.
Right. I find it boring, but I'm not actually bored by it.
Yeah.
Like I'm fine watching it. I'm gonna
actually, I guess those are two different things, huh? Because like I've been bored watching something that has a lot going on in it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like it has a feeling of boredom a little bit, just slowness maybe.
Yeah.
Or just a lack of things happening to me.
But you can tell like they're
enjoyable
trying to tell a story with it. So,
and it's like supposed to be sort of a slow burn type of thing maybe. But I like Obi-Wan as a character a lot. So
yeah. And I like Leia in it.
Leia's great. Little Leia's great. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, do you know how many episodes it's going to be? I feel like everything's always 6 episodes now, and that's too short for this.
I think it's like 8 or something.
I would hope at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think they said that now they may do an Obi-Wan movie as well. That they're open to that now as being the next movie.
Did you ever play that Obi-Wan game for Xbox?
Is it the one with the green cover?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I've never played it. It was
fun.
Was it like? Yeah.
I don't remember the story of it, but the gameplay was fun. You could jump around a lot and stuff. Yeah, I played it with Logan and Seth. My cousins. Yeah. No, it was fun. I remember that. I just remember like jumping from like
I just remember the ads for it. I don't remember actually ever playing it, but
yeah, that was an interesting era of games. I liked every game I played back then basically.
Yeah.
I liked Bounty Hunter a lot.
That's another one I never
same era.
Or no, that's not
GameCube.
true. I did play it a little bit.
GameCube Bounty Hunter game because I loved Boba and Jango Fett, so I was all about that game.
I feel like I only saw like the first like 5 minutes of gameplay or something though.
Yeah. No, I didn't know anything about it until I actually just played it. I think I rented it from Blockbuster.
Like, so I feel like I remember just being in the starting area for a few minutes and then I have no other memories of the game at all.
I think it's early on it's like the beginning of Attack of the Clones where he or some other bounty hunter, I remember, is like he puts the little snakes in Padme's room and stuff. And he's like shooting it. It's like raining all the time and stuff.
Zam, I think.
Yeah. Anyway,
that's the name of that bounty hunter.
But but Jango was there at some point, right?
Yeah. Well, I think I was Jango when I was playing, but I don't know.
I don't remember. No. Anyway, I think it was that planet or whatever.
So, yeah, Coruscant.
That was Coruscant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun to fly around and stuff. Definitely. Jedi Outcast was really good too. Both of the Jedi Outcast games.
Yeah, I enjoyed Jedi Outcast.
Those are both on Switch.
Yeah,
I was thinking about trying those at some point, but I actually take the time to play those though. I don't know.
I do want to play Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh yeah,
I have it sitting in the PS4 right now, waiting to play. I have it downloaded onto it and everything.
Yeah. As far as bigger, newer games like that, the number one on my radar is still Elden Ring.
Yeah,
definitely. I will get to it eventually, probably.
I have so much else to play that's going to take a while. For one thing, I have every other From Software game besides Demon's Souls.
Yeah,
so
very true. Well, they remade Demon's Souls and made it better. Yeah. So I mean, you could play that again.
Yeah, that too. Because I've got Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Bloodborne.
Yeah. So. Bloodborne's really good. Yeah. So I really, really like that game. And I just like the vibe of that sort of gothic Victorian area. So I like that a lot. I'm playing Breath of the Wild.
Yeah. Oh. Again, huh?
Weird.
This is just the podcast where we just continually replay the same games.
I wouldn't replay games over and over if they weren't really good.
Yeah.
Okay. I've only reminded more about how this is one of the greatest games of all time. The reason I did have a reason for playing it. After watching more Small Ant videos, he's made a few Breath of the Wild videos too, and another guy called Point Crow, who does speed runs of Breath of the Wild a lot. They were doing like a Breath of the Wild randomizers and stuff, really weird stuff, and they were doing some speed runs, actual like speed runs, and man, glitches are weird in that game.
Yeah,
for speed runs, and there's one that's used everywhere all the time. I've seen it in GIFs, in little videos and stuff. And it's called wind bombing. Okay. Is the official term of it, but everyone calls them boomy zoomies. Boomies. Which is a much better name. And so a boomy zoomie is one of the most common ways to do it is you jump off a ledge. The second you jump off that ledge, you drop a spherical bomb on the ground behind you. You then go into bullet time with an arrow, but you just tap it. You don't actually pull the arrow back. And then you drop a square bomb, and then immediately switch back to the round bomb and explode the round bomb behind you. That explosion propels the square bomb into your back and makes you fly like an entire region.
Wow.
Like you go flying, man.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Okay.
If you do it right, the game doesn't load fast enough and you like get like major slowdown as you're flying through the air. It's awesome. And with just like an hour of practice, I was boomy zoomy, and let me tell you. So I've been practicing that a lot. So that's why I restarted. I wanted to just like blow through stuff like that and just try that out. And this works in shrines. So you basically don't have to do any shrines ever. You just boomy zoomy to the end of the shrine. You skip everything all the time. I've done it many times now. Wow. I've skipped many a tedious shrine doing this. So I'm not going for like a speed run really or anything. Just fun tactics, basically. I also wanted to use the DLC costumes more because they're fun. So like I went and immediately after the plateau, I went and got Majora's Mask, which is really cool because it's weird, but also it enemies don't attack you. It's like wearing the monster masks. They'll just like ignore you or like look at you, and that's all, which is convenient a lot of the time. I also got the Phantom armor, which is like it's like one of the Wind Waker enemies, the big Phantom Knight guys. Okay. But the whole outfit raises your attack power a decent amount. So that's really, really helpful as well. I wanted to get Guardian gear. I wanted to actually use the guardian weapons and like the ancient weapons that you can get from like the Akala lab.
Mm-hmm.
So like the ancient shield and all the ancient armor and all that. Because I found out the ancient shield automatically bounces back guardian lasers.
Oh, wow.
You just hold your shield up and they just bounce off.
Nice.
So killing guardians is extremely easy with that.
Wow. I wish I'd known about that.
Yeah, it's awesome. So it uses a giant ancient core, which are pretty hard to come by, but totally worth it. And so I found out about another glitch that I really wanted to try. And it is called Guardian Spew.
Okay.
Guardian Spew is supposedly only works on like 4 of the dead those dead guardians that are just sitting around that you can search and find, a little piece or whatever. There's a few of them. There's like 4 in the game where they're sort of on water. And if you grab something like a chest or a shield with your magnesis, you can push these guardians, these dead carcasses of guardians. You can just push them around like they're nothing with like a metal box or something. And when you flip them over, they drop a decent amount of parts, usually like four parts. And if, for instance, you flip it over and it's like, oh, it drops an ancient core and an ancient shaft, that's really good. So you take that and you push it. You take your metal box or something and you push that guardian carcass like 50 miles away. I'm talking like from the Hyrule Castle to Faron.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's a long time. Not really. It's maybe like 20 minutes of pushing it. But like 20 actual real-time minutes of pushing this thing.
Yeah.
I had to kill like 10 guardians around that area because it was by Hyrule Castle so that I could push it without getting destroyed. And if you push it far enough from where it's originated, for some reason that like overloads the memory of the game or something.
Okay.
It does a weird thing, and the pieces just start pouring out of the thing.
Huh.
Whatever pieces came out when you flipped it are now just pouring out infinitely from the Guardian. So I got hundreds and hundreds of ancient cores.
Nice.
Which are rare-ish and very useful in making ancient weapons, but they also sell for a decent amount. So I really have no worry of rupees as well.
No.
Now, this is dangerous to do because it can crash the game.
Okay.
And then you have to do all this all over again. And I found out the hard way that, because I had to do this twice, if you open the inventory or the pause menu while this is happening, that'll usually crash the game. And I have no idea why that makes a difference. And so after grabbing a bunch, I tried to save really quick before the game crashed. And right when I was about to, it crashed.
Wow.
So that was annoying. So I went and did it all over again. But in that time it worked. So yeah, I got hundreds of ancient cores and very helpful. So I got my ancient shield and my ancient short sword and a bunch of ancient arrows. Dude, ancient arrows are amazing. They one-shot guardians.
Wow.
I mean, even full walking guardians, if you get them right in the eyeball, totally one-shots them. Yeah, very useful. Very useful stuff. So it's fun because I'm playing it completely differently than I've ever played it. And so that makes it very fun.
Yeah. Boomy zoom.
Totally worth replaying when you're boomy zooming on every shrine. Yeah, just every annoying shrine you can think of, just skip it.
Yeah.
Completely. Because there's almost always like an open area above the end of a shrine.
Yeah.
Like where the little monk dude is. And so if you just do it right, you can blast yourself right into it. Yeah. It's weird. It's one of those things like when you're in the overworld, it's like more likely to work if you're facing a cardinal direction.
Okay.
Like if you're facing exactly north or exactly south, whatever, they work better. All these weird little things. And really skilled people, you can do it mid-air again.
Oh, wow.
You can do a boomy zoomy while you're zooming. I have not successfully done that. That's difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, very fun.
So before I started this living decks attempt,
I did that in Legends, by the way.
yeah, I got
awesome.
got closer in Legends than any other.
I think it's probably
than
the
I have any
easiest
other time
to do that, but
because I'm like probably 3/4 of the way to a living decks.
yeah, I think Gen 2
Legends
is like
already.
much harder
Yeah.
than Gen 1. Yeah, because I'm sure you're fairly close in Gen 1 now, yeah?
Well, I mean, I have a ton to catch still, but I've gotten like all the hard ones.
Are you doing the hard ones first, basically?
Yeah, basically.
Like, do you even have a Bellsprout?
I have a Bellsprout because
Oh, right.
because that's
it's
my
an
HM slave, but
yeah, but do you have a Nidoran female?
no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, so like you're really going for
Yeah.
the harder stuff first, and then you'll fill it out.
Yeah. So before this though, I was gonna try a no healing item run.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, we mentioned that, didn't
Yeah.
we?
We were talking about small ants too many
Dude,
rules thing. So
watching
I
that
looked
was
it up
tough.
because I wanted to see the total list. And I was like, okay, to start with, I want to try a no healing item run. It's not that hard because, well, for one thing, I abuse Pokemon centers anyway.
Right.
But, and so like I made it a little way through and I realized like, okay, this isn't that hard for me to do. And also the Elite Four is going to be such a huge pain.
Yeah. The Elite Four is the hard
so
part.
I just
for
stopped.
Sure. Yeah.
I got to.
It's fun when there's too many rules where it's like
yeah.
you just have to think about everything.
I might do
but,
some weird combination like that soon.
Yeah.
But
I mean, would you do the opposite? Healing items only?
oh, and no Pokemon centers.
I think it'd be impossible in Gen 1
Well,
because of PP.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, because ethers and elixirs are finite items.
Or finite, yeah. There aren't Leapa berries.
I mean, I guess the rule would have to be you can only use a Pokemon Center when you black out.
Right.
Because I mean, you do anyway. You don't have a choice. So
Right.
either that or you start the game over
you'd have
when
to
you black out.
Purposefully die just to get your PP back.
Yeah, basically.
Hey, that's an option.
I mean, it's not like I've never done that before. So
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know?
just using struggle, like please just let it end so I can do this over again with actual good moves.
So for a long time I thought Small Ant was a Pokemon guy. You know, that was his main thing. That is not. His main game is Super Mario Odyssey.
Oh, interesting.
He almost has the world record in speedrunning Odyssey. He is very good at Odyssey. And he has done some weird challenge runs.
Yeah.
He's beaten the game completely blindfolded.
Wow.
Start to finish, completely blindfolded.
Just, based on audio cues and muscle memory?
Yep, 100%. He's beaten it with chopsticks. Where the controller was on the table and he used chopsticks to do that. What? He's beaten it with his feet.
Okay, that's less weird.
Yeah. One of the ones that took the longest, took almost as long as the blindfolded one, which was like 10 hours. Only 10 hours, by the way. He played with the Joy-Con switched. So he was messed up, man.
Yeah, wow.
Some bosses in particular were very difficult.
That just makes me think of the person playing Kingdom Hearts with a DDR pad.
Yeah, exactly. It's great. He did one where you can't walk. You're not allowed to walk.
What?
So you had to like jump and cap throw to get places, and then you'd have to go into first person and turn and like walk or like turn in a direction and then keep jumping that way.
Wow. Yeah.
So like turning was very difficult. Yeah, it was a whole thing. Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. He's he also has the world record in pencil sharpening. But that's unrelated. It's pencil sharp.
This is a very odd person.
Yeah. Yeah, he's interesting. Yeah, he has the world record in sharpening 10 pencils.
It's just like he can sharpen pencils really, really fast or something.
Yeah,
or?
it's a particular method.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to like get on his knees and put a particular pencil sharpener in between his knees, and then you take a pencil and you go like this. really fast. He could do a pencil in under a minute doing that.
Wow.
A pencil, by the way, sharpen means new
So,
pencil to a nub
To a nub. Oh, wow.
in like a minute.
Wow.
He can do that. I'm like, that's incredible. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is incredible.
It took a few weeks of practice and stuff, but
Yeah. Only a few weeks.
he did it. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is his full-time job, so
Well, I mean, still, like,
it's impressive, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like most world record setters, like, they trained for years before they set the record.
There wasn't a lot of other. There was one
I
other.
guess this is a pretty niche thing.
And he got help actually from the other world record
Oh,
holder.
really?
And like training him on how to do it.
It's funny.
It's great.
If you pick a niche enough topic, it's actually not terribly difficult to become the world's
master.
leading expert on a topic.
Yep.
It just has to be niche enough.
Yep. They actually just talked about that on Bleep Face.
Then you'll find like
similar.
the other 5 people in the world that are currently experts on it and just learn everything
and
they
be
know.
friends with them probably. Yeah.
And then you know as much as all the experts do.
Yeah, I'm an expert. I'm a historian.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I was just reading this story on Reddit where this guy became the world's leading expert on a particular topic. He read every book that had ever been written on it, which were not many.
Yeah, which were a couple.
Spoke to every other person who was an expert on the topic and learned everything they knew.
I've done it.
Now and then became the world's leading expert.
Amazing. What a cool title.
Yeah.
Even if it's a pointless subject.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like, it's like you take like science and then you narrow it down to chemistry and then you narrow it down to organic chemistry and then you narrow it down to this particular type
chemical.
and then you just keep narrowing it down further and further and further.
Yeah. And you get to this bottle in particular.
It's like I am the world's leading expert on monarch butterflies. Just monarch butterflies, not butterflies.
I
in
know
general.
nothing else about other butterflies.
Yeah.
Actually, I would choose a lesser known butterfly.
Right,
That's
exactly.
one of the most
that
common.
was just the first one I could think of, which is pretty common actually. But yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, they're thriving in America.
Are they?
Did you hear about that?
I'm not actually the world's leading
Brian.
expert, so I wouldn't know.
Brian, are you telling me you don't keep up on Monarch news?
No, as a matter of fact, I don't.
Interesting.
No.
I, of course, do. I do not. I keep up on bird news. That's all I got going. Birds are doing great, by the way.
Are you saying the bird is the word?
Yeah, dude, the bird is the word.
Yeah.
Dude, the boom of bird watching during the COVID pandemic has made this the most data rich time for bird researchers ever.
Yeah.
The Cornell lab has a insane amount of data that they never had. So that's cool. And I contributed to that actually. So
Oh, well, there you go.
there you go. Because I keep up on my birds. I'm a bird man.
You're the bird man.
I'm a bird man.
Power thirst.
Power thirst. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Emerald. Oh, I bought stuff too. I bought stuff at Retro Game Trader.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I forgot. I was gonna mention it. Okay, real quick.
Yeah.
At the end of the podcast, I went as well because I wanted to look at their Japanese GameCube games. Because I have a Japanese GameCube now, as I've mentioned. They're super cool. Orange Spice.
The orange one with the Game Boy player.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd mentioned that on the podcast. Surely.
I can't remember.
Surely I did. Okay. If I didn't, I bought that.
Yeah.
Also a Retro
An
Game Trader.
Orange Japanese GameCube with the Game Boy player.
With the matching orange Game Boy Advance player.
Which I saw another one at the Hillsborough one.
Yeah, they have
the same one.
Yeah. Each location has one. Not anymore. I took the other one. Matching controller. The box isn't in great shape, but that's fine. It's really old. Works perfectly. Looks absolutely gorgeous. That orange with everything matching is so cool. And it's great because even though it can only play Japanese GameCube games, the Game Boy Advance player can play any of Game Boy Advance games. So I can play Emerald on my TV if I want.
Yeah.
Super cool. And I want to get some.
I'm playing red and blue on my TV through the
exactly.
Game Boy Tower.
Although the micro looks better, so than TV.
No,
so.
like the pixel density is so low.
Exactly.
Like everything's.
So yeah, I want to get a small collection at least of just my favorites of GameCube games because I just love GameCube games so much. And so the The Beaverton one didn't really have anything. They had like a couple Japanese games that were ones I didn't care about or never heard of. And so the Hillsborough one did have a few, and they had Paper Mario RPG, I think is what it was called. I forget what it's called in Japanese, but it's Paper Mario 1000-Year Door.
Oh yeah.
And that game in English, if you're lucky, is 130 ish. Pretty expensive. The Japanese, guess how much it was? Do you have a guess? Very curious to see what you legitimately would think it would be.
Okay.
Great condition with the manual and everything.
I'm gonna guess it's cheaper.
Yes,
the way you're talking
it
about
is cheaper.
And you said the
American is 130 ish.
60.
25.
25.
Blew your mind, didn't it? I could not believe it.
I had a bunch of numbers floating
believe
around in
it.
my head, and one of them was 20. I should have just said 20.
Yeah.
That would have been really close.
Couldn't believe it. No brainer. I bought it. So that is my first in my Japanese GameCube collection.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Mario Sunshine, obviously, a few others.
I
But
forgot that there was an Ocarina of Time port or something for the GameCube.
yeah, the special edition disc. Yeah, the bonus disc.
So like I somehow have totally missed this. Is this like just the N64 game on
Yes.
GameCube basically?
And it also has Master Quest on it, which is like a super hard mode version.
Yeah. Have you ever played
I don't have it. I've never played it, I don't think. It's a decent port from what I know. It's not very expensive because it was pretty readily available.
Yeah, like Retro had tons of copies of it.
Yeah, and it's maybe $80-$90 probably.
Yeah, and I just totally forgot that ever happened.
I do want it, just for collector's sake. Yeah, I don't know the whole story behind it. I think it may have been just like a anniversary thing that came out. Maybe you had to get it in a weird way. I feel like Nintendo Power may have been, included there somewhere. Speaking of, I bought another game while I was there. And it was on the same shelf as this thing we're talking about because I bought a copy of The Wind Waker for the GameCube. Yes, I do have The Wind Waker HD for the Wii U, which is a better playing experience in every way, basically.
Yeah.
But seeing as how it's one of my, it's up there with Breath of the Wild, it's my favorite Zelda. I needed to have the physical copy,
Yeah.
And I had the credit.
Always raves about that game.
Yeah, it's my absolute favorite, right next to Breath of the Wild now, sort of. Yeah. But I absolutely love Wind Waker, and yeah, I was like, I just looked at it and I'm like, I need to have that. It was like $90, but I had some store credit. No. Totally worth it. It has the manual. It has every manual in it, which is like 3 of them.
No.
Love that. Absolutely love it. So yeah, I might play that soon too. That might be cool.
Cool.
Yeah. That's about it. Fun times getting games.
Yep.
I still need Pokemon White 2.
Yeah.
It's still up there.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm just reliving my childhood here, just playing Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon with the game packs.
For real. I had noticed, I was looking around the GameCube section. GameCube games are so expensive. It's ridiculous. No. Most of them, the good ones, are over $100, I have quite a few $100 GameCube games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed they had Phantasy Star Online 1 and 2 cartridges there. Or, cases.
Discs, yeah.
And so the regular, white one that you don't have, the regular one, is like $80. Not too bad. But they had one copy of 1 and 2 Plus also. That was over $200.
Wow.
I was like, oh my goodness.
I'm so glad I got this game for like $40 or whatever when it was still,
dude. Oh my goodness.
Being made.
Yep. I'm even lucky with my 1000-Year Door that I got. I got that 4 or 5 years ago, maybe for like $60 maybe on eBay. Not bad at all. And it's just gone up since then. Yeah. So I bought that at the right time too.
Yeah. Man, it's funny. I guess depends on the game, but the older it gets, the cheaper it gets to a point.
To a point.
And then it goes back up again.
Yeah, terrifying. Especially Nintendo, obviously.
Yeah.
Dude, Kirby Air Ride, over $100.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Crazy.
Because it's adored now so much. Gosh, all of those. Pikmin 2,
yeah.
180, I think. Yeah, crazy. And I have them all. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes is like $80.
Huh.
I was like, what?
Wow.
Even Metroid Prime is over 50 now. And that was cheap
Crazy.
for a long time because that's one of the most produced games ever.
I have to imagine
There's a
Smash Bros.
million.
Melee is still cheap, right?
Yeah, just because they made, despite it being
most
so popular
GameCube game ever.
Yeah, there's just so many copies. It's like 50-ish.
Just like Halo 2 is like
Sunshine, Mario
dirt cheap
Sunshine
still.
too. Yeah, Mario Sunshine also.
Even like the collector's edition in the metal case is dirt cheap of Halo 2. Just because they made a bajillion.
I think
copies.
Luigi's Mansion is going up though. Actually, despite it being a launch title and readily available, I think that's starting to go up too. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I can't believe the GameCube is a failure.
Yeah,
technically, like a commercial failure.
It's insane.
That is my most adored console, probably.
It's weird how apparently, like regionally, like if you were like where we grew up, everybody had a GameCube, but in other places, it's like nobody had a GameCube.
Yeah.
And everybody had a PS2 or an Xbox or something.
And maybe Midwest, they weren't popular, or East Coast, maybe.
I don't know.
But
because like obviously everyone we know who was a gamer had a GameCube.
Absolutely. I think maybe Pacific Northwest was a GameCube hub. I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe even just greater Portland area. I don't know.
Yeah. Nintendo of America's office is in Seattle, so maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe.
So
Who knows?
It's just that pocket liked it. I don't know. That's crazy, man. Yeah. Good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. All right. Where can our listeners follow us and interact with us?
I'd recommend the internet because I don't think you have our phone numbers. So probably go to Twitter at the Brothers G Pod. We post some stuff. We retweet some stuff. Go check it out.
Yeah. You can also check out our subreddit, r/Brothers Game Podcast.
Brothers Game Podcast. That's the name of our show. Wow. Do. And that's our show.
Yep. All right. Good night, everybody.
That's our outro now. Yeah, we're going to bed. 10:30. Bye-bye.
Bye.